And nobody wants to wait 6 hours for a response to a simple question that could have been answered in 30 seconds, right?
Every support teams have like a few memorable stories that they never forget. Would you like to share an experience before using AI orchestration?
Sure.
For every entity, I can only see which bills failed and the corresponding failure reason. I have to repeat this process entity by entity, which is very time consuming. Now imagine this at a larger scale. As a support agent using AI, I need a complete view across all entities, not just one at a time. So, I want 20x to export the result along with the resolutions from the Peakflo help portal into a CSV. In a few minutes, here you can see the result the way I wanted.
Wow, impressive. It's really amazing how AI orchestration making the repetitive tasks so streamlined for support agents.
So AI is better at speed, consistency, knowledge retrieval, ticket classifications, and handling repetitive requests at scale. The thing is, it never gets tired, never forgets a process, and can respond instantly. Not to forget that humans are still much better at empathy, judgment, relationship management, and navigating ambiguous situations, right? The best support organizations won't have fewer humans. They will have humans empowered by AI to serve customers faster, more consistently, and on a much larger scale.
Welcome back to Building with Peakflo, the podcast where we explore how teams are using AI orchestration to work smarter, move faster, and build high agency organizations. I'm your host, Shirishri, and in this series, we speak with Peakflows across different teams to understand how they are using Peakflo 20x in their day to day work to automate repetitive tasks, improve productivity, and deliver better outcome for customers. In our last episode, we explored how AI agents are transforming outbound sales. So today we are shifting our focus to customer support, a function that often the front line of customer experience. We're going to discuss how AI support agents can automatically resolve tickets, answer repetitive questions, retrieve knowledge instantly, and escalate urgent issues and help support teams deliver faster and more consistent customer experience. So, joining me today is Siera, who works closely with our customer and support operations. We'll talk about this biggest challenges supporting face today, some memorable support incidents where AI is already outperforming traditional workflows, and what the future of support teams could look like. So let's dive in. Awesome. So hi Sarah. So would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay. Hi, Shirashri. Hi, everyone. My name is Siera, and I'm an operation executive in Peakflo.
Awesome. So let's start with our session. And the first question that I would like to ask is, what are some of the biggest bottlenecks support teams are facing today?
Okay. So the biggest challenge is volume. As a company grows, the number of customers' queries grows exponentially. But a large percentage of those questions are actually repetitive, right? Customers ask about product setup, integrations, permissions, invoice statuses, or configuration settings, and even common troubleshooting issues over and over again. Yet, support agents still spend significant time manually answering these questions.
Right.
Yeah. And another challenge is context switching. Sometimes support agents often have to jump between tickets, internal documentations, or even Slack conversations, or product teams and customer histories just to answer a single question. Consistency also become a challenge too. For example, different support agents may provide slightly different answers to the same questions depending on their experience levels, right?
Yes.
Sometimes new team members often take time to ramp up because they need to learn product knowledge, workflows, and historical context. So by the time the ticket volumes increases, response times naturally start slipping, and that directly impacts customer satisfaction.
Yeah, so true. And customers today probably have much higher expectations than they had a few years ago.
Absolutely. So customers don't compare your support experience to your competitors anymore. They compare it to the best experience they have had anymore.
Hmm.
And nobody wants to wait 6 hours for a response to a simple question that could have been answered in 30 seconds, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So also customer expect support team to understand their context immediately, which is
Hmm.
understandable. They don't want to explain their problems 3 different times to, for example, 3 different people, and they expect support teams to know who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also what product they are using or what issues they have had before, and what they are trying to accomplish.
Correct, correct. And every support teams have like a few memorable stories that they never forget. Would you like to share an experience that you had before using AI orchestration?
Sure. Let me walk you through an example from a recent investigation.
So what I want to do is first check the tenant with the ID 0 Peakflo SG. Then I will pull all the bills from 20 and 26 that have a failed sync status. The thing is that in the UI, I have to open each entity individually. For every entity, I can only see which bills failed and the corresponding failure reason. But I want to review all failed bills across the tenant. I have to repeat this process entity by entity, which is very time consuming. Now imagine this at a larger scale. As a support agent using I need a complete view across all entities, not just one at a time. So, I want 20x to export the result along with the resolutions from the Peakflo help portal into a CSV. So here you can see the dashboard, and I hover to task, click new or create new task. The title is sync checks, and I added the steps in the descriptions. First, I want 20x to check the tenant ID, which is 0 Peakflo SG. Second, I want 20x to pull 20 and 26 bills, which has failed sync status. I want 20x to provide bill number, sync status, showing as failed, sync reason, and how to resolve. Because UI only provide failure reason, I want the CSV to include the resolutions. Here's why I added Peakflo help portal. Next, save the task and assign the default agent. I also added the skills which connected to Firestore and MongoSync, and the agents will work. In a few minutes, you can see the agent found 9 bills which has failed sync status, but from 20 and 26 there is only 2. Here you can see the result the way I wanted, which is the bill number, sync status, the sync reason, and also the resolutions that 20x pulled from the help portal. We can also store this to desktop.
This is just a small example of how support teams are using AI agents. Beyond this, we have so many more applications, such as when a customer asks basic how-to questions, like how do I add the bill to OCR? Instead of us sharing the help portal article manually, the AI agent can read the query and share a relevant article via email automatically.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So another repetitive task is monitoring sync issues. AI can proactively monitor that and send an alert regarding the sync issues with reasons for failure and a guide on how to fix them.
Wow, impressive. It's really amazing how AI orchestration is making the repetitive tasks so streamlined for support agents.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
Yes.
and what does like the output look? Does it sync to like the original system to HubSpot? What happens after the execution is done?
Okay, so what happened is we will know which tenants has the permissions enabled or disabled instead of manually searching for each tenants one by one, which is very time consuming. And as a support agent, I can focus in different support tickets which has the high importance or high urgency.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. So the support tickets first comes in through HubSpot, right?
Yes.
Into the 20x channel, or does it only appear in Slack?
So we can also generate the list of support tickets from HubSpot in Slack where our works is happening
Hmm.
instead of listing one by one from HubSpot. So it will be more easier for us to coordinate in Slack.
Okay. And are we solving those support tickets that are coming through HubSpot through 20x?
Yes, that was we were doing. So there is a tickets coming in HubSpot and then we solve it in 20x.
So, wow, that was really impressive. And I think a question that I have asked throughout the series is that what can AI do better than human, and what can humans still do better than AI?
Okay. So AI is better at speed, consistency, knowledge retrieval, ticket classifications, and handling repetitive requests at scale. The thing is, it never gets tired, never forgets a process, and can respond instantly. Not to forget that humans are still much better at empathy, judgment, relationship management, and navigating ambiguous situations, right? Customers often don't want just answers, they want reassurance and confidence.
Yeah, future isn't like human versus AI. Is that what you're saying? It's like human supported by AI.
Yeah, exactly. I think support teams will become significantly more proactive.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting for customers to report issues, AI agents will identify potential problems and recommend solutions before customers even ask. The support agent will spend less time firefighting and more time becoming customer advisors. I
Mm,
think the role becomes more strategic and customer focused, and the best support organizations won't have fewer humans. They will have humans empowered by AI to serve customers faster, more consistently, and on a much larger scale.
okay, okay.
Okay, then, Sherry, thank you for inviting me. That was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun.